Hi guys, welcome back to Chalchitra Talks. My name is Aditi, and for this week's episode, I don't have a movie recommendation for you, but I do have a television series recommendation for you. This is Haibane Renmei. Haibane Renmei came out in 2002, and this springs from the self-published sketches of Yoshitoshi Abe. योशितोशी आबे ने 98 और 2002 के बीच में एक दोजिंशी मांगा सीरीज रिलीज की थी by the same name. So when Studio Redix got hold of it, they wanted to adopt it into a television series, and Abe agreed. So Abe dropped the doujinshi project and focused entirely on this television series to conclude his story. Abe has a very distinct voice in the manga industry. वो काफ़ी डार्क और हॉन्टिंग इमेजेस यूज़ करते हैं एंड ही ऑफन ड्रॉज हिज स्केचेस बाय हिज ओन फिंगर्स. ही सेज दैट ही डोंट लाइक यूजिंग tools to draw his sketches because it doesn't bring out the individuality of his characters. In this series, he has very masterfully balanced those dark images with a wonderfully warm and expressive cast. Haibane Renmei is a show that is swinging between hope and despair. It is as uplifting as it is melancholic. Haibane Renmei, or the Charcoal Feather Federation, takes place in this small town called Glee, which is surrounded by beautiful countrysides, and it is enclosed by these huge walls that separates it from the rest of the world. These Haibanes are not born in this world, but are rather reborn. They come out of this cocoon whenever the time is right for them, and when they come out, they don't have any memory of their past life. उन्हें अपना पुराना नाम भी नहीं पता होता. So whatever dream that they had in this cocoon is what gives them their new name. We follow a new feather, Raka, who has just entered this world and is trying to figure out how to be a Haibane and how to coexist with humans and what is expected of them. The first few episodes, we are like Raka. We are also trying to explore this world and understand how it functions. But as the show progresses, you'll see that the focus is shifting to more philosophical and sometimes religious struggles that these Haibanes are having. Struggles like damnation, salvation, redemption, sin, and faith. So as Raka is trying to explore more about this new world, she cannot help but ask these very deep philosophical questions. And the show is also trying to explore the same. Questions like why we are here and what comes next. Haibane Renmei has also touched briefly on topics like depression, self-harm, and suicide. इतना bleak और nihilistic views मैंने कभी किसी anime में नहीं देखे, to be honest. I have seen shows like BoJack Horseman and Midnight Gospel talk about such topics, but I think this anime is like none other. ये काफ़ी hopeful है despite it having such a heavy premise, and I think that is the beauty of this anime. I still remember the finale of the show. It's still etched in my memory. I loved how optimistic the closure was, because despite it having such a haunting image and such dark imagery, the show also talks about love and forgiveness and faith. ये show के कुछ elements उठाए गए हैं from this Murakami book called Hard-Boiled Wonderland and The End of the World, which came out in 1985. अगर आपने वो book पढ़ी है, then you can easily see the parallels being drawn. मुझे इस शो का English dubbed version बहुत पसंद आया था. I think the voice acting was spot on. And I also loved how Abe has used these very muted color tones, which goes so well with the theme of the show. Now, what I loved about the show was that it was not preachy. Abe never intended to give you answers about these deep philosophical questions. ये काफ़ी open-ended रखा गया है. Now it may take you some time to understand or appreciate the message of the show, but I think it is worth your time and the show is worth watching and rewatching. I hope you like this week's recommendation, and I will be back with more next week.